Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last part, we made it to the moon and beat up Zodiark. Well, that's the end of the expansion, right? Yeah, we're just doing the post stuff now. I mean, yes, that was only level 83 content, but you know what? You know what? Details. Details. It's just a different expansion, okay? In Shadow's Wake. Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surroundings is in order. Yeah, we're getting pelted by dust right now. I have more than ill tidings to share. You see, I sensed others arriving not long ago. Oh no. Though my communions with Hydaelyn have grown infrequent, I have learned enough from her to know these are your comrades. Oh, okay. As luck would have it, they've already reached my abode. Come, let us join them. Oh yeah, now all the work last time I went through to get back there. Still back there. I'm kind of near to, but still. Oh, that fate. I killed that fate so many times. But let's just head back in and enjoy the music. The music. I will seriously just come in here sometimes, just AFK. I will. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the temper before making our way here. Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and others. The contingent healers had their hands full tending to the injured and enthralled when we took our leave. Lest you wonder, Mistress Kryle hath also been delivered unto their care. Serving as a conduit of Hydaelyn's power hath taken its toll, but she will recover in due course. As for Alphinaud and Alzay, they insisted on remaining in Garlemald while we three rushed to your aid. Here's however that matters here have already come to a conclusion. But what manner of conclusion, if I might ask? Is this the ally whom Hydaelyn bade you seek out? He is not unlike the shades of Amarat. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Hydaelyn, together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiark, or rather, it was my duty. Then Zodiark is no more. And not without consequences, I'm afraid. For now the delicate weave of the star, preserved by his presence, will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of... Are you alright? My attempts to forestall Zodiark's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I will share with you all I can. Please do. You need not exert yourselves on our account. These crystals contain records of your time here, yes? May we peruse them while we wait? By all means, if we review them chronologically, it might not suggest beginning with those on the upper floor. Wouldn't it be easier to start on the bottom and then you could just build your way up? Anyway, I shall leave that to you. Unless you just add floors every time you need to add another, whatever. I'll leave that to you, Arya, while I see what can be gleaned from the crystals on these lower levels. Is it reading time? Regardless of my complaints of how it might have been done, is it reading time? We all love reading time. Oh, there's a hunt up on Ultros. Cool. We are not walking. I know anything about this place. You do not walk. Turns out it's still built with the ancients in mind. More still puny comparatively. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiark flows through your mind. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. This would be records of a long, lonely vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiark's imprisonment. Alright, so we're just gonna slowly work our way down here. Let's actually talk with Oriange, because why not? Dost thou suppose our host hath maintained his solitary vigil since the very beginning, without rest or relief? So, these records comprise the sum total of his existence. We must needs handle them with care. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past calamities flows through your mind. The records describe how, with each rejoining, Zodiark's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiark's imprisonment appears to tax Heidelin greatly. Alright. Well, I guess Thancred's right here. Zodiark defeated. While he may have been in an incomplete state, that's nevertheless an impressive feat. But even if you haven't, his demise was inevitable. Fandaniel would have seen to it one way or another. That said, he probably would have wielded Zodiark's power to wreak untold destruction before taking his own life, making this the better of two unfavorable outcomes. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past rejoinings flows through your mind. The records describe the Watcher's efforts to prepare in the event Zodiark broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with a Loporrit, though it's not clear who or what they are. Alright, Ishtal is further down. Right. To gaze into the crystal, a record of an unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The records note the Watcher's musings when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiark from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare bring harm to Zodiark so long as he remains imprisoned. I mean, yes, except stuff happens and we kind of beat them up, you know. These aren't anything of import. So it is as we suspected. Maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That explains why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral Calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Heidelin. When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he meant this facility. Truly, Heidelin's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. I thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiark and his imprisonment, but perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Aetheris. One day, from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair. At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not. However, the convocation struck upon a method to predict where the next corruption would manifest. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents. The currents which course through the land and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of a celestial nature which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their invaluable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones of earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlation without clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of ether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiark conceived. no less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiark, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiark's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed, there was a faction opposed to Zodiark's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so, rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiark herself and the star into lesser reflections, that she might confine him to this place. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. Perhaps she did, but as with all beings, intent is not always in accord with spoken word. Hydaelyn and Zodiark are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. Zodiark was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half of Aetheris' population. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With what power she dared spare, she cried out to any who might listen and offered her blessing to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Aetheris and her history. Like Zodiark, Heidelin's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wish to look to the future and not linger in a prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Heidelin is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
The nomenclature is more fitting than you know. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate. Ah, it is ready. This way, if he would be so kind. A beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
Heidelin knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiark and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. The moon is more... The moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable of bearing the people of Aetheris to safe harbor. You need not go far. You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them. And fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the Dark. I didn't notice that one was an auto, and I'm like, ah, no! Why would he do this to me? Whew. All that said, oh my god, that was 24 minutes of stuff. Then again, it slows down having to voice the Watcher, right? So, helping hands. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Lamentorum, where Zodiark was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Let's call upon the Argos, the familiar whom you met earlier. he should have no trouble bearing you across. As Hydaelyn created me as a jailer, so too did she create Argos as the guard. It's his nature to appear when needed, and yet he's nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of ether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand and attempt to call upon him there. You but recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you will find your way. I hate finding this out. Gosh dang, if he labors in service to Hydaelyn's plans, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Should we wait for this crushing brand then? Yeah. Hey, speaking of hunts, here's one of the B rings, Genesis Rock! At least it was a B rank and not an A rank. Otherwise, that would have been bad. It's cool. The place we seek is just ahead at the Chloros Frog. As you can see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Now this cave, I really hate this cave, because to spawn the S-ring of this area, you have to kill 100 of 3 types of enemies, everyone's favorite kind of hunt to spawn, and one of the types spawns in here. In fact, it looks like spawning attempts are being made right as we speak. So, that's the thing. Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar spongi draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. Present, however, the ambient... Yeah, someone's definitely trying to spawn. Present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might be willing to spare some of your own to help this one guy along? Yeah. Sorry, I'm messaging. Oh my god, we might get to see the S rank. Apparently they're halfway done on the last enemy type. Oh boy. Oh boy. Be fitting, because the first time I saw this S rank, I was level 84. So, you know, my first time through here. Argos manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again. The most fascinating creation of Hydaelyn's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even capable to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you, it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brands. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when he last showed such an affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. As for your companions? Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are all ready. Then let us return outside that you may cross the chasm. Yeah, so this is when the enemies use to spawn the S rank here. It's relevant because they're literally like 40 enemies away from spawning it, so... Hello, Weepers. My friends. Okay, anyway, enough typing. Your destination is a structure there across the Cradle of Darkness. but climb up onto Argos' back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to arouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiark's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together you may guide the star and his people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Was that? This is the dumb one. What's going on? Exploration here. I think I kind of just booked it to Zodiark, right? So, this might be the dumb one though. Some of these are... Yeah, no, it's that one. So I can't actually reach that one right now, unfortunately. So, I need to get over there, which I need to be over there to do, and... Yeah. Anyway. So as I'm typing, what do? I go type again. Yeah, so... I just remember that one being annoying because it pings so easily. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first. We'll thank her that Nurianshe wait here. Alright, let's go ahead and ride across the chasm. Onward! A malefic ether yet permeates from the crater. Remnants of Zodiark, perhaps. Most like. Alright. Just a little further. Sounds like about 5 minutes till the S rank is popping. So let's see if we can do this here. The structure is enormous, though that was hardly surprising given the size of the average Amarantine. Apologies for the wait. Right then, let's head inside and... Oh! Most intriguing, a means by which he conserveth energy, mayhap. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here. If Argos is to remain without, let's not keep him waiting over long. Alright. We are actually just gonna chill here for a minute or two. Literally. Hopefully this S rank actually pops if it doesn't dud out. So I was looking like a dud, but it came all the way up here. Let's pretty sure it's in here. Let's get a current. What do you mean? Since I came all the way out here, may as well get this current. As you know, yeah. Not like I definitely won't be back out here again later, but you know. Anyway, yeah. So unfortunately it does seem to have dudded, unless something was counted wrong. So we're just gonna go ahead and continue. Like none of that ever happened. I mean, did, but no. It did. It's up above. I have to go way around to get it. So, yeah.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Look lively, everyone! I know, this 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance, for Zodiark, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose, to bear the people of Etheirys to safety! Our time has come, my friends! We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate, and don't forget to relay our signal to Etheirys. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
"'Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps."
Perhaps.
Situation. He must be the law pirates mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about in order to track them up down. Come on then, let's be about it. Who said anything about using ramps? Except I think I regret this because I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. We want to draw from there because we can't see it any other way. We have an ether current here. So let's speak with this chipper operate. Well, you're the crew? Not me, I'm afraid. Singing Way is the name. am in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation systems, only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Aetheris, and that's a promise. We're gonna have a lot of humming. It's all the fun the traders on Aetheris were getting up to, and I thought to myself, hey, I could do that. So here I am, eagerly awaiting your patronage and bicolor gemstones. Now I have access to the bicolor gemstone trader for Forum, yada yada yada. Hold on. We can't forget the important bit of the aetherites. Following Endwalker's trend of having a slightly awkward to use aetherite, I know. We had it in Fafnir. We had it at Garlabald. And now we have it on the moon. Either? No. I'm sleeping my pajamas. Perhaps I'd better ask. We can thankfully mostly just ride up these. You don't actually have to jump up them, even though they're so tall. So again, we're dealing with stuff from ancients. Yeah. What? How in the... When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? What was that supposed to be? You're humming! If I can even call it that. It's atrociously off-key. It'll sound more like this. As the leader of the Leopards, I cannot allow substandard attempts at musicality to go unremarked, even if you are a guest. But being the magnanimous sort that I am, I'll forgive you this once. Well, looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it, is this all of them? Our group comprises entirely of children. What must our parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery after all, but perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter, you need to worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing around gawping. I must take you to meet the others. If you go run along back toward the entrance, you'll find the path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it. There's a large glowing ball at the center if you should find yourself lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there. Well then, back to the upper floor it is. Oh, well, right, yes, 87 northeast it says. Oh, I was already on the auto. Northeast, it says, except it's this. A 2D map in a 3D world. Yeah. Everything's so big. Where was this again? Northwest. There. No, that's not it. Where is it again? Northwest. North. West. Northeast. Gosh dang it! Yeah. And yes, I'm just having Chocobo because I don't remember their ham, okay?
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. Ahem. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Aetheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Aetheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiark's obliteration.
Yeah, no, completely my fault.
Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further. Here, we have Aetheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiark around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Aetheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Aetheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Aetheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help? From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries?
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon? Heidelin herself led you here. You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher? Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Aetheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it? Building Way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
A taste of the moon. However, I think we'll get a taste of the moon next time. So, thank you for watching. Next part, like I said, we'll get a taste of the moon and I'll enjoy some FF4 music here. Yeah. It's a hardcore FF4 right now. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and/or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps her keep doing content like this and more. You can find links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!